Hey, it's 9:30 p.m. I'm gonna go to sleep and jerk off to AI porn. But basically, I used to kind of stay up later, but I think I'm gonna make an hour before I go to sleep specifically to generate AI porn to jerk off to, because that's actually the most pleasure. That's actually one of the most. That's kind of more pleasurable now than doing this art at least at this point in the night. I think I'm gonna set aside an hour at night to just generate lots of images of Makai from Final Fight 2 and Cammy from Street Fighter getting raped by orcs. I wish I could live stream that, but it's too depraved. But honest, nobody should watch this. Actually, let's just say nobody should watch the remainder of this. I just want to say some creepy personal shit. Yeah, nobody should watch this. But now that I'm just basically living online, there's this thing that I've had for the last 2 years.
Timadam says, LOL.
This is called the Manta Vibrator.
Timadam says, have you read Cross Comics?
No. What's Cross Comics? This is the Manta Vibrator. It has significantly improved the quality of my orgasms. I'm not trying to get attention or something like that, but like this thing, it has different settings, and it can have these like pulsating settings, and I can gradually. It's like a slow build orgasm. That plus just if I go, there's this website called PromptChan. To be really honest, what I'm more fired up to do for the last hour of my night is not art, but get the point, Sean. They have this website called PromptChan. PromptChan is get the point. Anyway, PromptChan. Nobody should watch this, but PromptChan is basically this. It's a AI porn website where basically get the point, Sean. Basically, they have like ability to draw like fantasy situations. So kind of like really realistic comic book fantasy things. So it's to me that's kind of better to jerk off to than real women, because you can make these kind of like fantasy situations. And so I have this like sick kink. It's not really that sick, but I'll type in, I want to see Makai from Final Fight or Cammy from Street Fighter, and she got captured by some orcs, and she's in like a rape dungeon. She's chained up, or she's battered and bruised in like an alleyway, and she's unconscious, and she's getting fucked by like an orc after some like battle. And for some reason that really like gives me like a great orgasm. And so I asked nobody should watch this, but I asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT says, if you're jerking off to like some sort of rape fantasy, it's just a fantasy. It doesn't mean that I'm a potential rapist or something like that. But I have to admit, it does make for a great orgasm. And anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Makai from Final Fight. Yeah, they had this game called, nobody cares, but they had this game called Final Fight 2 back in the day. And get the point. There's something hot about like a woman in peril, and I don't really know why, but it's kind of fucked up. Anyway, I jerk off to normal porn sometime. But anyway, they had this game called Final Fight 2, and it forever made a scar on my. I hit puberty, and it just traumatized me when I was a teenager, because just when I hit puberty, I played this game, and they made this sequel to Final Fight, and this super hot blonde chick in like a kimono would fight these gang guys in the street, and they'd show like her butt, and then she'd like get knocked down, and she'd get knocked unconscious, and then like she'd be like tied up in some sort of dungeon. And I remember like just being like it's like a fucking creepy game now that I think back on it. And then it's like, fuck, what are they gonna do to her? And still to this day, like that fantasy is like it makes me like hornier than like pretty much most other things. I don't think I can go back to like normal porn. I mean I can, but it's just not as horny making. And so this fucking AI, I can basically, with this AI porn, I can describe my childhood fantasies that used to make me so horny when I was a teenager, and it just manifests totally vivid, like super realistic AI fantasies. I mean, it's amazing. Like it'll show her. I wish I could show it, but I tried to show it before, but I got banned. But it'll show her from like different angles. Totally, like it looks like a cinematic movie or something, but like still cartoony. And it'll show like creative positions where she's like tied up or something. She's getting gang raped. There's a bunch of orcs making her suck dick. She has like different parts of her. Just sometimes they'll show like a close up on her vagina. Sometimes they'll show like she's like bent over. Sometimes she's having her. It's just all these creative like different situations. I have like my new. That's my new. That's my new way that I want to conclude my night, and I'm just gonna do that. Now, do I feel ashamed about that? No, but it's not. Fuck it. It's not pretty, but I love it. What's the point? Just that's what I'm gonna do. But I can't do it on live stream because obviously I'll get kicked off. So anyway, good luck in your endeavors. Have a good day.